Okay, welcome to our training, everybody. Glad to have you here. Glad that you guys could be here live with us on this Tuesday afternoon. We are talking about eBay, and we're going to talk about eBay as it relates to what you're seeing on the screen right now, which is the Target store on eBay. Did you guys realize this? Maybe some of you have, maybe you haven't, but did you realize that Target actually has its own eBay store? They do. We're looking at it right here. This is definitely Target store. But you might say, well, wait a minute. Why is Target on eBay, right? If Target is as well known as it is, and it's pretty well known, right? Most of you guys know who Target is. If Target's as well known as it is, why do they have a store on eBay? Why don't they just gear and try to direct everybody over to their website? I'm asking you, what do you guys think? What's the purpose of having an eBay store if Target's already got their website? Yeah, I think that's possible. A little more exposure, right? I know a few critics of doing drop shipping on eBay using retailers as your suppliers. Some of you guys will come in, and it's fine to have this discussion, but we'll have this discussion where you'll say, well, wait a minute, why would somebody who's looking to buy a Target product that's already out there being sold on Target, why would they buy it from you on eBay? And now, especially, why would they buy it from you if Target is already selling the same thing on eBay? Well, first of all, the reason why Target has a store here is because it's added exposure and added distribution for the company, right? If you think about it, Nike has their own website, don't they? And you've seen Nike stores and Nike outlets out there, right, that sell exclusively only Nike stuff. Why does Nike still sell their products in Nordstrom? Or why do they sell their stuff in Macy's or Foot Locker? Right? It's just added exposure. It's more distribution. Nike can sell more shoes that way. Same thing for Target. They know very well that there's a large consumer base on eBay. People who likely don't shop Target at all. They just shop eBay. And Target would be missing out on a tremendous number of sales if they didn't list a lot of their stuff on eBay, which is why they do it. Now, guys, that usually creates a question in the mind of a lot of my clients, and you'll hear us talk about using Target as a supplier, and we've done a training on that before. How then are we supposed to compete here? Target's got their own store here on eBay, right? In fact, if you compare a lot of these products that Target lists on eBay, these products are virtually the same price as they are on Target in a lot of cases. If Target is one of your suppliers, and often will recommend them as a supplier to you guys who are getting started, if that's the case, how are we supposed to compete when Target's already selling their own stuff? I mean, check out the listings, okay? Let's do an example of one. Check out this rug right here. Okay, they're selling this rug for $551. And I don't know how well you can see this. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. But check this out. Like, they have their own sort of like little profile. You know how you guys usually have your username, your eBay username out to the right-hand side like this? eBay allows Target to put their full logo and full brand there. So, I mean, it's well branded. It looks really professional. Yet again, it makes it very difficult for you guys. They even get to put in this little byline right here, which usually would cost us extra money, where they put in their slogan, expect more, pay less, right? So I'm asking you guys right now, it seems like the cards are stacked against us. Why would we, as your consulting company, ever tell you to use a supplier that already has their own eBay store and that already probably sells a lot of the stuff that you're trying to sell yourself? How is it that you can actually compete in a situation like that? And I'm asking, for those of you guys who are here live, if you're watching this recorded, you'll just have to sit in silence for a sec while I wait for my live people to respond back to me. Okay, I'm seeing some comments come through. Let me give everybody just another sec. The other thing while you're answering that question is, presumably, Target probably has a portion of their marketing department. Maybe they have an e-commerce division that's dedicated to keeping up with this, because they have, I don't know if I can get an exact count on their listings. Actually, I probably can. Let's see how many listings they have. Yeah, Target has 114,000 products for sale. Their eBay username is Target Stores. You can see it right here. And a lot of you guys are probably like, I don't know how you compete. Look, they even get their little Target logo right here, which is pretty cool. Well, here's the thing that's truly fascinating to me. Multi-billion-dollar company, large marketing department, likely an e-commerce division, and yet they really struggle with their marketing on eBay. You can tell. A few of you already alluded to it. What's the matter with their listings as we scroll through some of these? I'm going to just erase my drawings here and just scroll down through a few. What's the problem with some of this stuff? Or is there a problem? Yeah, I mean, right? So many of you guys have already caught on to this. The titles are bad. The titles are not good at all. The fact that their target and the fact that they've got 114,000 items listed probably helps them compensate for some of that. But they just do a really, really bad job on their titles. Okay, I mean, just looking at these that are here on our screen right now, they're selling these rugs. Well, let's do this. Let's copy the length of this first. Let's see how long this title is. Okay, title I just typed in here. This is a 56 character title that we're looking at. What's the max amount of characters you get in your title? 80, right? They're 24 short. Why does that matter? Well, they're leaving keywords on the table. The other thing is, check these issues right here. That's a waste of space right there. You see that hyphen that I just circled? Do you realize that hyphen takes up 3 characters right there? Guys, how does that take up 3 characters? Well, the spaces count as characters in this case. If I can eliminate 2 of these and just put a space, right? There, that saved me a couple of characters. This is unnecessary to have a slash. Let's get rid of the dash here again. Here's another dash. Guys, what about this right here? What do you think about that in the title? Good or bad? 8 feet 10 inches by 12 feet 2 inches. It's not needed for sure. And why is it not needed? Well, tell me, how many of you who are out searching for a rug would type in something like, living room rug 8 feet by, 8 feet 10 inches by 12 feet 2 inches? Nobody's going to do that, right? Nobody's going to look for those very specific sizes when they do a search. You just don't do it. Now, if you were buying an iPhone that comes in a couple of different sizes, you might search by size, because that's such a big part of buying an iPhone. And I'm not saying rug size isn't important, but people don't know the specifics of this rug size unless, like, you measured your area and you knew you needed something that was, 9 feet by 12 feet. But it's likely that's not the case. This is a great example of something that should be in the description. It's not a searchable item. Okay, so we're going to delete that out. Okay, so we're left with this. How many characters is it now? Guys, that's 36. That's 36 characters. That's half as long as it could be. We could load this up with a lot of other keywords, right? I think this is such an important point. If I were looking, and rugs are on my mind a little bit because I know my wife has been thinking about getting one in our kitchen under our dining room table. So I've had this on my mind a little bit. It just so happens that we're seeing it here on Target. But if I'm out there looking to shop for a rug, you know what my wife's typing in? Because I've watched her do this as a shopper. Do you know what she's typing in? She's typing in large area rug teal. Or she's typing in kitchen rug rectangle modern. Right? Yeah, see what, so, like, those words are not in this title at all. Right, this just says vintage rug blue, light gray, and then I guess that's a name brand there at the end. But they're missing the boat here, hard on their titles. And, I just showed you a few things here, but I'm telling you, as you look through the vast majority of their listings, you're going to see short, poorly done titles. This should get you excited as a seller, because it shows that even these large companies who you would never think in the world that you could actually compete with, you can and do compete with all the time, and my clients do it very well. Right, the internet levels the playing field in the marketing space. You just have to be a smart marketer, guys. You have to use your keyword phrases effectively. And I show you this tonight not just to pick on Target, but I want to make a grander point. And the grander point here is, just because there's a lot of people already selling on eBay, and there are millions, and even some of those people are large multi-million-dollar businesses, there's still opportunity for you. You can still get out there, out-title people, out-list people, out-market people, and make sales, in spite of the fact that your prices may be a little bit higher. Some of you tell me, no, you can't, it's too hard. But I mean, give me a break, guys. You have to work at this to make it work. Don't try it for a few weeks and tell me it doesn't work. Don't even try it for 6 weeks and tell me it doesn't work, right? I know some of you guys are working hard at this, and I'm glad for that. Some of you guys have a better knack than others at it as well. Some of you guys are just naturally better at it, and that's okay. Remember, our program has lots of ways to make money. This is only one of them. If this isn't your best strategy, we can find other strategies that'll work for you. But I show you this tonight just to make that grander point. You guys can do this. I mean, if Target is screwing up left and right here and making sales, you can get in there and outmarket some of this stuff. The reason why somebody may buy that rug from you as opposed to Target is you decided to have the foresight to put in rectangle or use the word modern if it's modern. In this case, it's more of a vintage rug. So maybe you use the word classic or formal or whatever it is. We can do keyword market research on this stuff, which is sort of beyond the scope of what we're talking about tonight. Point is, you guys can compete. And I want to see you do a little bit of a better job, because some of you guys I don't think are giving it as fair of a shake as you should. And for those of you guys who are killing it right now, great. You know, some of you guys actually left a little bit earlier who I know are busy doing well on this. Great, that's where we want to get you all. I'm speaking to you guys that are struggling a little bit, okay? So let's keep it up. I wanted to make sure you saw that. I don't think I'm going to elaborate further on that. Let me just see if you've got any questions here that I can answer. Ricardo, thank you for that. Glad you came. Yeah, you can bundle products, Daryl. Sure. Bundling works as a strategy for sure. It gives you a little bit of a unique advantage because a lot of times, you know, people will sell individual items, but if you bundle a few things together, you know, you can make a sale like that for sure. Does Walmart have an eBay store? I can't remember. Let me see if I can find them. Likely they do. Most of the larger brands do. But I'm not seeing it. We could look. Okay. I don't think we'll do anything else tonight. Thank you for coming along, guys. Glad to have you here. Let's work hard. Make it a great week. Get out there and do your retail drop shipping. And good luck on your sales. We'll see y'all next time.